What's up, y'all? It's your boy Wise Kid. Welcome to another episode of a Wave Podcast, also known as a Wise Ass View. Again, I'm your host, Wise Kid. Here with me is,
Boy, Quan, you already know what's going on, man.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So, today, we heard of this story, and it was just a crazy story. Why don't you tell them what the story was about?
So, I was on TikTok pretty much, you know what I'm saying, doing my daily thing, just scrolling, like everybody do, unless you just one of them people that are like, oh, TikTok for kids, whatever the fuck. But I was on TikTok, I was scrolling, I seen these people that got a podcast, and they was talking to this one dude, and he pretty much was talking about how he got shot 23 times protecting his little sister. And I'm like, you got shot 23 times? Like, nigga, I thought 50 Cent was against for getting shot 9 times, nigga. You got shot 23 times? 23. Shot 23 times. But anyways, so he gets shot 23 times. He dies, comes back to life, dies again, and come back to life. And what he says is he didn't want to come back because dying was more easier than living. So we just gonna talk about goddamn pretty much how would we feel when we die, or how people should feel when they die. And should we be scared of death, or should we just be like, all right, fuck it, when our time come? Because this shit gives you a whole different perspective. Like, a nigga who died twice was like, nigga, I didn't want to come back. This shit was peaceful. Most people think of death and they like, oh hell no, I don't want to die. It's scary. Like, most people don't want to die because, nigga, you got family, you got goals you're trying to reach. But if you fuck around and you die and it's peaceful, and it's more peaceful than anything you've been through, and you fucked around and he said he had an encounter with angels,
Bro, that shit.
who the fuck would want to come back from that? Like, that's crazy. So that's pretty much what today's episode gonna be about. We're just gonna touch a few bases about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, like, the shit's crazy. He died. How long was he dead for?
First time he said he was dead for 20 minutes, came back, then he died for 2 minutes, came back.
So he died for a whole 20 minutes. Like, my thing is, like, when people die for that long, don't they stop doing CPR and start doing stuff? Like, don't they call time of death and everything? So how did I wonder how the hospital knew that he was dead, or, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga heart stopped beating, I guess, and they
For 20
like,
minutes,
yeah,
did they black tag him or toe tag him?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a specific procedure they gotta go through. Like, after 20 minutes, you can't just be like, oh yeah, this nigga through. Just throw his ass in the trash bag.
Oh,
Right.
they gotta probably stay on the table for a little bit.
It probably took the nigga 20 minutes just to get to the hospital because he was in the ambulance. So he probably died in the ambulance. And if they're in the ambulance, you still gotta try CPR. You gotta keep hitting him with the goddamn.
Oh, when he gets to the hospital. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he probably died in the ambulance or died right when he got to the hospital. Probably zapped his ass. He came back. Oh, and this is an important fact. As he was dying the first time, he told the lady that was in the EMS, he told her, I got a grandma, tell my grandma I love her, I'm about to die. She slapped his ass, brought that nigga ass back, because he was finna go right then, but he stayed alive a little longer, but he still ended up dying the first time.
That's crazy. So it's like you lose.
And think about it, like, how would you feel knowing that you're the only thing that's keeping this person alive? They telling you it's too hard to try to fight this shit, I just want to go, and you're the person. How could you tell their family that, like, I gave up on him or I let him give up on himself? How would you feel knowing that you let somebody slip away like that when all you had to do was keep slapping them and motivating them and telling them? Even if you was trying your hardest and they just said, fuck it, I can't do it no more. How would that make you feel as a person? Would you just be like, all right, I tried everything I could, or would you just be like, damn, I could have tried this or I could have did that? You're going to always have that on the side of your goddamn head. It's going to be in your head all the time. You're going to always think about it.
Me, that shit will fuck me up because, like, me knowing that I could have saved your life if I would have just took the extra mile to do this or do whatever was, you know what I'm saying, not standard procedure, but I knew it could possibly bring you back to life. Me personally, I would quit being an EMT. I would just quit because I would feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, this one is on me. Like, he was dying because he got shot that many times, but he could have been alive if I would have just did this one little thing. So, you know what I'm saying? And also for him to be telling him like, tell my grandma I love her, like, that shit gotta be hard knowing you finna die and you ain't been wasn't able to tell nobody goodbye,
But
and you can only really say a couple little things. So you think of the most important person to you right in that moment, and you want them to specifically know. Like, I'm pretty sure all his family would have known that he loved him, but he wanted that one specific person to know
that he loved.
that I love them. And
But that's the crazy part about it. Us not never experiencing death, we look at death as like it's some hard shit. Like, fuck, this man just died right in front of me. But he came back and tell us like, it's not what you think it is. It was the easiest shit ever. Like, most people would think, damn, that had to be the hardest shit ever to just give up. But honestly, it wasn't. Because he said that was the most peace you will ever feel in your life. A lot of people who go into comas and shit, and people who die and come back, they always say it's the most peaceful thing ever. It's a smooth transition. Us as people, we just look at death like, oh my God, it's the worst thing on earth. When we all know it's inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen one day. So why not have a positive outlook on it? Like, yeah, you don't want a person to die. You're gonna miss a person, but they're in a better place. It was smooth, unless they had a painful death, but the actual death itself when they leave Earth, it's smooth. Not only that, another important fact was when he was in the hospital, a couple of his friends and family came up there with guns and said, where he stayed, we gonna go kill the nigga. And you wanna know what his response was? I've been shot 23 times and I'm still here. You're able to have a conversation with me. You think what's on my mind is go back and get some revenge on them? Obviously, it's a reason God still got him here 23 times. Yeah, and he still can walk, talk, and everything.
You know what? That's a blessing in itself.
You don't believe in God in some form or fashion, nigga, 23 times, nigga. I know niggas who get shot one time in the arm and die.
Nigga got shot.
Nigga said he don't even got all his intestines no more. They had to get rid of some of that shit. And he still can function like a normal human, talk, walk, all that shit.
Damn. My like your home, if I got shot and you know what I'm saying, y'all came on there and was like trying to kill me, like I don't know, if death must be like keeping you humble to a certain extent. Like you die and you come back. Like even him, 50 Cent was humble more than the way he was turning up before he got shot. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a humbling thing, and it really like humbled. It really humbled him for him to come back. Cause me personally, no, we got to go off that nigga. Like
right,
that no,
off the muscle.
No, he can never feel, because my thing would be like he feel like I know who he was. He ain't finished the job.
Right.
So then
he might come back.
He might come back now that he know that I'm possibly alive. So no, we got to go get that nigga before he can come get me. You get what I'm saying?
For sure, he gotta be touched.
I don't even give a damn if the nigga whisper my name. No, that nigga said what? No, we gotta go get him.
And my thing is, what gave him that mindset? Because most people,
I would assume he was talking to.
Maybe, possibly. I didn't get all the way through the podcast. I got to go back, you know what I'm saying, to finish it because it was so good that I never would watch an hour-long fucking video unless it's a movie or some shit. I don't really watch podcasts. I watched one podcast and it was about this nigga, and he was pretty much like a scammer type nigga. And he was saying how he got away with all these millions of dollars and how he had confrontations with the police and was still getting away. I'm like, damn, this nigga here smooth as fuck. Like, how the fuck you done got in all these confrontations? You run into the police, nigga, you on the American Most Wanted list, and you still finessing and judging your way through all these niggas. You get caught, you only do a few years, and you get out. Damn. But niggas murdering niggas, or niggas are robbing nigga, and these niggas getting life and 30 do 25, shit like that. But you done stole millions from motherfuckers. Finesse the police and all, made these niggas look stupid. All this shit. And you only get a few years.
That shit crazy to me, yo, because it's like, I only sit down and really watch, 85 South Show podcast for a whole long hour. But this story right here is so crazy and wild because a lot of people have questions on what's life after death. You know what I'm saying? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is there a limbo that you stay in between? The shit's like, if it just makes me feel like there is a bit of a limbo when you die, just to see if you go limbo. Like limbo is like, yo, you're not neither hell or heaven, or it could also mean that you're neither dead nor alive. Like you're somewhere in the middle, like astral projection. Like a lot of people who feel like I've astral projected before, and my experience.
I don't mean to cut you off, but now we getting deep. This for the motherfuckers with the third eye and all that shit. All y'all motherfuckers who go out there and sun gaze. Y'all, this the shit y'all like.
They like when you astral project, it's like an out of body experience. You know what I'm saying? I've done it like 3 times, and I legit was like felt like my body, my soul came out of my body, and I was just roaming around. Like I could see everything that was going on, but my soul went to like I'm in the park. The first time I did, I was in the park. I was laying down on the ground, and this guy named Conqueror.
The karate nigga?
Yeah.
This Ninja Turtle ass nigga here.
Then he put me in astral projection, did the little, said, like, it's like hypnosis, kind of, but it's not hypnosis, because, like, hypnosis is in the mind. This was a whole out-of-body experience. He said some things, told me to think about some things, like the grass being green or some shit like that. And, like, I'm in the park, but the apartments that we stayed in New York were, like, right across the street. So, my soul went across the street and peeked into the window of what my mom when was doing, and she was cooking, and she had said that she was gonna come get us in a second, and that's when I went back to my body, and I told everybody my mama finna come get me, and no sooner than I said that, she came out the house and was coming to get us, and everybody was like, whoa, like, how did you? I'm just like, bro, it's the astral projection. So
nigga,
my thing is like when you die. Are you still aware of, like, you know how they be saying like angels or like ghosts still be walking the planes? Like, are you a ghost if you can see everything that's going on in your life? Or, and then when you turn into a spirit, you can only like watch from above?
My thing is like, okay, you astral projecting, right?
Yeah.
Your soul has left your body. So at that point, are you temporarily dead? Like, your heart stop beating? Like,
no, I don't think my heart
your
stops
soul
beating.
Leaves your body after you die. And you astral projection is when your soul leaves your body. Aren't you technically dead?
Possibly, but it's just like the guy. Like I'm pretty sure when he died, his soul left his body. I'm pretty sure like his soul left his body, but his soul came back every time he woke up. You know what I'm saying? So your body's technically dead, but is your soul yet passed on to that other realm? You know what I'm saying? Like if your soul is able to come back to your body after they see QPR, is there like a string or something attaching your soul still to that body? And then when you die, that string is severed? And your soul goes on to be with glory, or if you've been, you know, bad to go to hell?
This is where my questioning comes in. Everybody always say, we all gotta face God, judgment day, correct? So when you die, do you go to heaven? Do you go to hell? Do you just stay on earth and roam the earth and be the souls that everybody see, the people who can see spirits and shit? Or do you go up there and wait until judgment day? Does he let some people in and some people gotta stay because he's unsure if he wanna send them to hell or stay in heaven? Like, where do you go? Like, we just die and we just roam the earth until judgment day comes, because everybody always say, oh, they're in a better place now. How do we know that? Because for all we've been taught, everybody has to face God and we have to wait the judgment day. That's when he's gonna come and judge everybody. So do everybody go to heaven until judgment day, and then he like, all right, now everybody gotta be judged. You gotta get out, you gotta get the fuck out, you gotta get out. Oh yeah, you raped somebody, get your nasty ass out. You shot 10 people and they pray to me, get the fuck out. How does that work? That's crazy. How does it work? Everybody says, oh, they're in a better place.
And how do you like, what do you have to do? Like if you've been like really good in your life, okay, heaven. If you've been really bad in your life, hell. But what about those people who like ghosts, like who are roaming the earth? Technically, that's like, it's better than hell, but it's less than being in heaven. Like you're still on earth, the test realm, technically, like they say that earth is a big test. So you're forever to walk the test realm, which is, you know, which is earth or whatever. So what have you had to have did to deserve that punishment, but not to the severity of hell? Like, did you have to really repent in God? Like murderers and people who pray to God and go to jail and get their life turned around, even though they still did the bad deed, are they never able going to get into heaven, but God says you don't quite deserve hell and makes them roam the earth? Or is it their own? Because like, think about it, in the movie Lucifer, the TV show, he doesn't send anybody to hell. They damn themselves to hell. So is it something that God judges us on? Or is it more so you judge yourself and God gives you the free, because he gives us free will here on earth. God oversees your judgment, but you're judging yourself. And God, since He gave us free will on earth, why wouldn't He give us free will in heaven or hell? And we damn ourselves to hell, or we forgive ourselves in all our past transgressions, and we accept God wholeheartedly in heaven, and then He lets us in. But what if we're not able to forgive ourselves, and we think that we don't deserve God? Does God say, well, okay, well then you need to go to hell, or well then you pretty much damn yourself to hell? Or if you have forgiven yourself but can't accept God, like you don't really think that God will love you, are those the people who damn themselves to walk the plains of earth forever? So it's like, it's real. Like if you think about that, like we have control. It goes back to people saying like we have control over our life and fate and destiny. Well, do you have control over your death or where you go?
But also, everybody says God knows what you're gonna do before you do it. A lot of people feel like if God is real, the non-believers, you know what I'm saying, feel like if God was real and He knows what we're gonna do before we do it, why would He not steer us away from that? Not only that, they said we're born sinners. So how could you not expect a person that's born into sin to sin? No. How can you expect them not to sin?
I seen this thing on TikTok, and they was basically saying like the apple was not the apple or the fruit, the evil fruit. It was sex. That was the sin that was committed with Adam and Eve, and that's why they say we are born into sin. And the evil apple, if you take the apple and slice it down the middle, I've actually seen it and done it. It does kind of look like a woman's like vaginal area. So the forbidden fruit or the apple that people, because I don't think the Bible ever said what the fruit was. They just said it was a forbidden fruit and people just went with apple. But the apple, if you split it down the middle, it looks like that. So it would make sense that she and he ate the forbidden fruit, the apple, and now that's why we were born into sin, because we come from the mother who started the sin.
But also, how could we believe in that when we're told that Adam and Eve were put here on earth for each other and to mate, to populate the earth? They had to have sex to populate the earth.
But I think it was that when God took and created Eve from his rib, like I think it was like, I don't know if he wanted the child to come from the rib too. I don't know, because he's
can't nobody else pull out a rib and make a child, nigga. We've been alive nigga. There's been what? Earth's been around and humans been around for how long? I don't even fucking know. But all these years, and we still can't pull out.
Let us know.
We still can't pull out a rib and make another motherfucking human.
Yeah, but they pulling out, taking semen and doing all this, and you can take specific semen
because
and
God
mix it with
made
other,
us.
You know what I'm saying? Or to get like not mix it with other than it. Yeah, you know them. Basically, you could take the genes that you want from different people and put it into one sperm. And
genetic variation. Yeah, they take certain genetics out to get the baby to do this.
Soon they gonna be able to just take that shit from your rib and grow a baby out of your rib. I'm telling you.
Nigga, there's not enough DNA in your bones to just pull out a bone and make a child. It's a lot of science that goes into that shit.
So what you think about like they cloning motherfuckers and shit? How do you think they?
I do not believe they clone humans. For one, to clone a cat, the shit was like $2 million or some shit. Who's gonna spend $2 million?
Motherfuckers that
probably more than
$12
that.
million.
Probably more than that.
Getting diamonds in their head and shit.
But think about it. When people think of clones, like if a motherfucker was to think of your clone, he would be your age and look exactly like you. When they clone cats, that cat had to start off as a baby cat and grow up to the age of the cat that they cloned. The cat's not gonna come out a fucking full grown ass cat. There's no machine that you just put these genetics in and this motherfucker gonna form a full ass cat like you see on TV. This cat has to be born and grow just like a normal fucking cat, and then even then there's still gonna be some discrepancies from that cat and the other cat. Some shit is gonna be different. Like it's gonna look exactly the same to the eye, but there's gonna be some differences.
Like pattern or some shit, might be one small pattern change or some shit.
There's gonna be some differences. So when it comes to humans, if it costs that much for a small ass cat to be cloned, imagine the extensive work and scientific effort that would have to go into cloning a fucking human. Then it wouldn't be considered a clone. It would be a clone, but nigga, when we think clone, nigga, I want a nigga that's the same age as me. I don't want to be dead for this nigga to be living.
Yeah.
Do they? And then think about it. Would they have the same brain capacity as you? No. he fuck around and be dumb as hell.
True. He could really be. But okay, so say if they've started this cloning, everything takes a process, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first clone, they gonna fix it and tweak it. Basically what I'm saying is like the way that science and shit is progressing right now, ain't no telling what the hell is gonna be possible or not gonna be possible. Think about it, Morgan Freeman has lived in the, he's almost 100 years old or some shit like that. That nigga has seen the literal earth change from scientific evolution. You get what I'm saying? Even to you know, the Black Lives Matter and all that. He done seen how far it's done came, where it's done took a couple steps back at. So it's like, in that 100 years, time in technology, morals, values, all that shit can change within just that small ass time, 100 years. And it can change by this magnitude of degree. To where just 100 years ago, or even 50 years ago, we wasn't able to do half the shit we was able to do now.
Yeah, that's true.
So what would the world be like 100 years from now, or 100 years from when you were born or when I was born? You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling. They out here trying to create flying cars and all of this shit, and they're able to literally reconstruct your arm.
But honestly, if this world don't come to a change and we don't start caring about our environment, I feel like we're gonna reach our peak. When it comes to evolving, like, you know what I'm saying, flying cars and all that shit, we're already having a problem right now with fossil fuels. Fucking Texas just had a fucking statewide blackout. We fucking up ourselves, but instead of trying to fix that problem, we worry about trying to get new shit, new cars and electrical cars and fucking solar panels and all this shit. But we can't even fix the problems that we have now. What we gonna do when we run out of goddamn fossil fuels? Do you know that the grid, if only 4 of the grids went down, the big power grids, it would cause a blackout over the whole United States? Only 4 of them bitches have to go out. Just 4. They were supposed to have been updated. But we so used to just fuck that. These bitches are still working. We just gonna go with what we got. If it don't, what's the saying that a lot of people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Well, that shit about to break and fuck everything up.
Yeah. I mean, so, yeah, I do feel like we put our priorities on and resources that we do have on dumb shit. Yeah. Shit that instead of the greater good for everybody. Everybody's out here splurging and buying all this shit to make them happy and shit, and not trying to, you know, keep everybody happy. And that's the country, like the rich people and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have the money to do so much more. What do Bill Gates need with billions of dollars? Like, I understand keeping it for generation and generation, but hell, he could if he got $100 and something billion, he can donate 50 of that shit, and by the time his family or kids, that money go to them or whatever, that should go back to $100 billion because he's rich. He's doing other shit. They're gonna keep upgrading Microsoft. They're gonna keep upgrading all his shit, coming out with new technologies for that software, so he can give 25 or 50 billion dollars away, or do something with it and literally help with the homelessness. You know what I'm saying? He could build big shit for the homeless people, teach them how to work, teach them how to get the skills, create a program for them to where if they working and doing all of this, they, you know, that until they start making a certain amount of money, then they start paying, and you show them how it really is to be in a world. But for right now, they working to, you know what I'm saying? Not no sharecrop shit. They working and shit like that. Therefore, you feed them and give them a house. You know what I'm saying? So that way they're not homeless. You teach them the skill, and then you show them about money and how to, you know, save money and do all of this, and then you start paying them for it. It's like different steps to that shit that these rich people, even if it's not, he don't want to donate 50 billion. It's other people with billions of dollars. Everybody donate and equal $50 billion and do something with it.
I mean, we live in a selfish world. You can't expect a motherfucker of that caliber to even give 2 fucks about us, because he feels like, or they feel like, everybody got an equal chance when we all don't have equal chance. Most motherfuckers start way worse than other motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers get $1 million loans and shit and think that's just nothing. You know what I'm saying? they feel like everybody got an equal chance. Even if you started from the bottom, there's a way to work your way up to the top, which is true. But also, they selfish. They don't want to help a motherfucker get to where they at because then they wouldn't be as important as they are.
Mm-hmm.
If you taught a motherfucker, if you was a millionaire and you taught everybody in the neighborhood how to do what you do, that's taking money out your pocket. Even though that's the real thing to do, but a motherfucker ain't gonna do that because they want to sit on their pedestal and feel like they're above everybody. They don't want everybody to be on equal
But
playing
at least take
ground.
your people that's there with you, that you around you, take them up with you. You don't have to show them exactly.
You better bet your ass everybody that's around him eating. Even if it ain't at the same table, they eating some kind of way. If they ain't selling computers or graphic design or something, they eating. For sure.
And that's the thing, like, with our people and shit, like.
But you know the worst part about it is, if he was to donate the $50 billion that you was talking about to a charity or anything, he gonna get that shit back.
Yeah.
That's how rich people stay rich. Tax write-off. That's why I don't understand why these motherfuckers don't want to give shit away. You getting it back.
Right.
It's coming right back to you. All you gotta do is wait, and you getting money every day. These motherfuckers making millions of dollars an hour and shit.
The inventor or whatever, creator of Amazon, they
Jeff
can,
Bezos?
yeah, they
$1 million an hour, nigga.
They can literally put money together and create that $50 billion and do something with it. You get what I'm saying? But like you said, that's how they stay wealthy, is because they don't share and everything, but they want everybody to come up, and or there's ways to come up, there's ways to do this, there's ways to do that. But if your celebrity status or you not being as important is so much more important to you than like Drake, the Drake video, he did the fucking when he gave all the shit away and bought people shit in the stores and all that shit, that for that video, God's plan. Shit like that. Like, I feel as though, not saying that Drake does it, but I feel like some people only do charity just to tell motherfuckers they did charity. Like, oh, he'll do this to get publicity from it, but why not do it when nobody's watching? Why not do it and don't brag about it? Don't nobody need to know about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing a little small things here and small things there. You need to put the attention on the motherfuckers that you're helping, not yourself. You could, after you done got them so damn far, you could tell a story of how you did it and then bring yourself into the narrative and be like, well, I'm Jeff Bezos, or I'm this, and this is what I've been doing the past couple years, just helping people, yada, yada, yada. This is where I've been so far. Show some progression. Don't show no one-time contribution. And we don't know where the hell that you donating to half these, we don't know what they doing with that money. You know what you could do with the money if it's in your hands. We don't know what these organizations and shit is doing with any money we send them. We trust and hope, and we know some of them are doing good things for the things that they are saying. But if you're the person who has the money and owns the money, you can do something and it'll show. You get what I'm saying? Versus these companies, because we don't know where that money goes. If we donate $50 billion for somebody in North Carolina and they send the money to somebody who needs it in Texas, we don't really know. Like, to us, in our community, the person in North Carolina or whatever needed it more than the person in Texas.
I mean,
or the people. So my thing is, you take your money and you divide it and open this and do it in different states and stuff and show progression of what you've been doing, so that way the people will be like, he's really out here helping us. You get what I'm saying? They're really out here not just being rich dickheads. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually are giving back to their community. A lot of people say rappers forget where they come from and don't give back to their community and shit like that. It's just,
but also, shit. You can't really help your community as a rapper. A lot of people get killed in their own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You can't help a motherfucker who don't want to be helped.
Yeah.
If you broken, you out here rich. If you out here robbing niggas, stealing and killing, and I'm from the hood. We from the same hood, and I come back out here to bless my hood. It's either these same niggas gonna allow me to get killed, or either these same niggas gonna be the ones to kill me.
Cause they want what I want.
They want what you got.
Yeah. A
lot of niggas in your hood, they mad because, damn, I grew up with this nigga. This nigga out here eating. Yeah. Why the fuck I'm not eating?
You see, that's
I was the nigga. I was the cool nigga in school. You was a lame. You used to be a hoe. How you get all this money? How you do this? Now fuck that shit. I want what he got. I'm finna take that shit.
But you see, that's the thing. Like the niggas that be around you, it be the motherfuckers around you that don't really support you. You get what I'm saying? All them niggas that's you think is your family and shit, they slick hating on you and sneak dissing on you. So when you do make it, like you said, how did he get all this? That's where that envy and that's where that hatred and shit come from. Like I seen him doing this shit, but I ain't think this shit would take off and go nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Like
niggas will fake support you all day, every day. Nigga will tell you, oh yeah, I fuck with your shit. Oh yeah, I watch your shit. Woo. Nigga not gonna really push your shit. Yeah. Nigga not gonna push your shit like you'll push they shit.
Yeah,
niggas will be like, oh yeah, I'ma share that shit. I'ma post that shit. Get on Instagram and post some nigga shit that they don't even know. Nigga would rather fuck with a nigga that they don't know than fuck with a nigga around them. Because that nigga that they don't know, if he glow up and blow up and shit, he not around them and he don't gotta see that shit. He don't gotta feel like, oh damn, I'm the boss.
And they not gonna get shit from that nigga that they
exactly.
They
but
support.
You rather help this nigga who ain't give two fucks about you, probably already rich, and not gonna give shit back to you, rather than help the motherfucker that's around you. So when he do blow up, nigga, he gonna take you with him because you helped him, you supported him, nigga. What nigga ain't gonna look out? If you helping me on my way up, not I'm already up and now you want some handouts. That ain't how it work, nigga. You gonna help me elevate on the way up, and then I'm gonna take you with me, nigga. Not I'm already up here and you think I'm supposed to goddamn give you a ladder so you can climb your ugly ass up here with me. That's not how it works, and that's how a lot of people get it fucked up. They think, nigga, we was homeboys and we was cool. I wasn't your homeboy when I asked you to reshare my shit. Nigga, I shouldn't even have to ask you. It should be off the strength, because if I see you doing some shit, I'm gonna repost it, nigga. If I don't fuck with it, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some feedback. Hey, I feel like you could do this, that, and this differently. But I'm most definitely gonna support your shit, nigga. I'm not gonna wait till you take off and be like, damn, I should have supported his shit. Damn, well, I fuck with him. That my homeboy. Let me get some. No, that's not how it go. And then niggas will think, because you fuck with me, if you selling some shit or you got a service that you offering to a motherfucker, I'm supposed to get it for cheaper. This is my homeboy. Fuck with me. Give me a discount. If you go to Macy's, these motherfuckers ain't gonna give you no discount.
But you still buying that shit.
You out here buying Gucci's flip-flops and goddamn Dior and all this shit like the rappers got on. They don't give a fuck about no discount my ass. I bet you won't go on Dior and ask for no discount. So why are you expecting me to give you a discount? My shit way cheaper than theirs. You spending $800 on a shirt, but you want a discount from me? Nigga, are you stupid? You better take that shit and throw that shit out the window.
They don't want to support you until it's trending.
Yeah, because it's the cool thing to do.
It's the cool thing.
Everybody else doing it.
Right. That's when they support you.
Motherfuckers don't want to feel like, I'm pushing some shit that ain't everybody pushing. Nigga, do your own shit. Nigga, everybody got to feel like they got to do what everybody else doing. Nigga,
I'm pretty sure all these rappers and shit who when they first started and shit, like Young and May and all that shit, Hot Boy, I'm pretty sure all that shit, they only had like 2-3 people pushing their shit. Everybody else, you know what I'm saying, was they close homeboy who really fuck with their music. You know what I'm saying? But they push their shit every day. Every new motherfucker they was meeting, hey yo, hop on this, hop on that. They, whatever thing they were able to do, like if they met a producer while they was out at the club or some shit, hey yo, my homeboy, my partner, my brother, he got this song, bro, you should take a listen to it. You help support the motherfuckers at all times. If you know crazy. They doing something and you meet somebody on coincidence or some shit in that field, hey yo, I ain't doing this shit, the shit hard you doing, but look, check out my homeboy shit. That producer could then send his music around the world, get it radio play, and then get him signed. And that's all because of what you did. That's
the crazy part. It could be that one friend that's saying they fucking with you, that could be the one to get you on. All it takes is one right motherfucker to share it and to fuck around the goddamn algorithm or whatever you want to call the shit, or put the shit in play for the right person to see the shit and you take off. But that one motherfucker that could be the person to help you take off is fake flexing, fake kicking it with you and shit, talking about, oh yeah, I fuck with you, this, that, and the third, and then go back and do what the fuck they really want to do.
Or talking about your shit negatively when you ain't around, like, yeah, bro, he out here rapping and shit. The shit kind of hard, but that nigga ain't gonna make no shit with it. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, his lyrics is all over the place. This and that. Instead of you being in there helping the nigga get his lyrics together, instead of you in there telling him, being 100 with him, nah, bro, that beat ain't it. Like, now you like the nigga shit because you see him doing something you ain't doing. So you just like, this is a cool little, phase or whatever. He going through or whatever, this gonna shit, I'm gonna get a little bit of attention from this shit because, this nigga over here trying to rap and shit. But instead of you pushing and helping support that nigga shit and telling the nigga where he going wrong, would you really listen to this shit? Does that beat actually drop that hard? No, instead of you just letting him do what the fuck he think he doing good, but you really faking in front of him, so therefore you can't help him get better. And that's just the snake and crab ass niggas that be out there that like see your shit and really don't
really be fucking with it.
Right.
Don't really be supporting your shit. What
they
you gotta
talking
do is,
shit about your shit.
you gotta cut off the fake niggas. In order for you to succeed, you gotta cut off anything that's blocking you from getting where you need to be. And a lot of people don't want to do that. And a lot of people don't want to understand the truth. You gotta cut off all the bullshit. All the motherfuckers who don't want good for you, they gotta go. And it's just that simple because they holding you back, honestly. You thinking they helping you, and the whole way they really pulling you down. They don't want to see you succeed because they not successful yet. They don't want to be the friend on the sideline that's like, oh, you just his homeboy type shit. But they don't understand that, nigga. If you help that person get to where they want to be, nigga, you're not going to be that nigga on the sideline. You the nigga that helped me get here, nigga. This is our shit.
Yeah.
This is our shit. You think about how many people, if everybody around you supported your shit, I promise you, you'll take the fuck off. So get people that's going to support your shit, no matter what, no matter if they don't really like it. Get people that's going to give you feedback and that's going to support your shit. It's a lot of ass shit and shit that you don't even understand that blew up. And you like, how the fuck this shit take off? How the hell this shit take off? Or how this blow up? You want to know why? Because it got people in their circle that support them.
Yeah.
You got people in your circle that support you. It don't matter if your shit ass, trash, boo-boo, garbage. It's going to take the fuck off because they supporting it. And there's no other way. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no way that it's not going to take off. There's no way that it's not going to get in circulation and get in the mix. Even if it's ass and everybody sees ass, it's going to take off because everybody's seeing it. So if you had a group of friends that support your shit and were sharing your shit, it's going to take the fuck off. It's inevitable. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. That shit really is like inevitable to take off if like if you got the right motherfuckers around you and motherfuckers that's gonna support you and do for you, like that shit, you'll go far. You'll actually succeed and be able to do what you have to do and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta have the right motherfuckers around you. And that's the shit that matters. That's the shit that's gonna keep it genuine. That's the shit that's gonna really be like, this is what I gotta do, this is how I gotta do it. And it'll just keep shit genuine around because if your homeboys ain't gonna fuck with you and listen to the shit, they the same niggas in your city. So really you wanna make it in your city first and then that shit travel around the world. You get what I'm saying? So if your homeboys who come from the same city, listen to the same shit you listen to, telling you they not gonna rock with your shit, okay, then I know, okay, they not fuck with that type of beat. I need to do something else. And it can even help because most motherfuckers have pipe dreams of becoming rappers and shit. But if your friends around you and they genuine and real friends, they'll tell you, bro, this shit ain't for you, my guy. Like, I see what you want to do. I see what you're trying to do. You should try to do this. But this rapping shit ain't for you. That way they also don't waste their time doing some shit that ain't really profiting or doing some shit. Like, give them honest
feedback. But you also don't want to tell them that, like, hey, this ain't for you. You don't never want to tell a person they dream ain't for them because their dream is for them. You can't tell a person what their dream is. You just want to lead them in a better direction. Tell them to take a different angle at it. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker dream been a rapper all their whole, they can suck ass, but you can elevate, you can get better. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, hey, I ain't really fucking with these lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't fucking with the beats that you keep picking out. This is how you need to do it. You need to choose this. You need to pick these type of lyrics or this type of shit that people gonna fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell them, oh, this ain't for you, because there's been a lot of people who have fucked people up from their dreams by telling them, oh, this ain't for you. And the motherfucker that was for them, they just wasn't doing it the right way. Everybody, if you just starting off on some shit, you're not gonna be good. You think fucking Tiger Woods got up and just was good at golf?
Hell no.
There's been plenty of motherfuckers who was absolute shit when they started. But you have to learn to work on your craft, you know what I'm saying? You're never gonna be perfect in the beginning, so don't never let nobody tell you your dream ain't for you.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep working on your shit. You might not be heading in the right direction. You can tell a motherfucker that, hey, you ain't going in the right direction, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not going in the right direction. That's what you need. You need friends that's gonna tell you, hey, you ain't going in the right direction right now. I know this your dream and all, but hey, this is how I feel like you should do it, or I feel like you could capitalize off this by doing it this way. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to them to take your advice or not. If they don't take your advice, hey, you did your part as a friend, you know what I'm saying? And just keep supporting them. And hopefully they'll see that, okay, he told me that this way ain't working. Maybe I should try his way. But don't just flat out tell them like, oh, it's not for you. Because in they head, when a person got their mindset on some shit, they go do that shit. And that goes back to the friends not supporting them. A lot of niggas that ain't supporting their homeboys and shit, you could be the reason that they veered off from their dream. Because they see the people around them ain't really supporting. They can see you supporting other people's shit that you don't know, but you ain't supporting the shit they got going on. Like, damn, you supporting all these.
Hey family, I hope y'all just enjoyed that video you just watched or the audio you just listened to of a Wave podcast. If you don't mind, going to my Spotify right now and supporting it. They have options for 99 cents, $5, or $9.99. Whatever you can donate to support the Wave, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll even do shout outs and secret and special guest appearances on my podcast. Thank you for the love and support. Peace.
They done missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't look at it like that though.
That shit crazy, man.
Hey man. This shit can get deep, man.
Shit get real deep. Cut me deep straight. Cut me real deep. But I think it was a good ass episode, man.
For sure, good episode.
Shit was lit.
I ain't never did no podcast type shit, but this shit, I can fuck with this shit.
You just sitting down and really just talking about the shit that you got on your mind, really, and helping to spread, you know, knowledge and your point of view, because to somebody out there in the world, what you saying makes sense to them, or they don't see it in the way you see it, but now your point of view or your opinion can help shift theirs, and you know what I'm saying, and give them an insight on shit and make them come to a better conclusion because now they hear from two different sides of the story.
True. You
get what I'm saying? People, that's what a podcast is for. It's like you taking 2 point of views and help them spread knowledge and shit. They're both opinions, but it helps somebody to come up to what they feel is their fact.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So in the podcast, you know what I'm saying, the laughter, like we laughing, we chilling, we vibing, this shit's funny. You get what I'm saying? Because it really just takes you to like shit, bro. I ain't never thought of that shit.
And then
like
it's
that
like
before.
it can start off a podcast. That's why I fuck with this shit so heavy. This is my first time doing one, but I fuck with the topic can go anywhere. It started with the one podcast that we was talking about, and from there it trickled down into other shit and more interesting conversations. Shit get deeper and deeper and deeper. One topic led to numerous other topics. It's like this shit, you could talk about this shit all day.
Every day.
This shit could never get boring. Like,
especially if you got a good motherfucker around you, somebody who can actually, you know, talk and open up and do shit like that. Like, you ain't gotta stare at the camera the whole goddamn time.
facts.
You can just chill, vibe, talk to them, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, once I get my setup better, you know, I'm gonna have like a little futon and, you know what I'm saying, for people to sit down and be comfortable on. Probably gonna, you know, do away from the regular podcast microphones and get some like wireless mics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just, you know, vibe off of that. That way everybody in their own element, everybody in their own zone. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in to a Wave podcast, also known as a Wise Ass View podcast.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and also share the hell out of this shit. I have on my Instagram, which is wisekid_. I have my Linktree account. It's on that is a Google Podcast document for people who would be interested in coming on and talking and giving your point of view or tell about what you got going on and shit like that. To come on and, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. It got options for a time, date, and, you know, we work some shit out. The podcast is mobile. You get what I'm saying? So if you can't come to me, I can come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
also doing mobile podcasts, like videos where somebody's on the phone and I'm talking to them. And, you know, just because you ain't here in person or I can't come to you or you can't come to me don't mean your point of view and your conversation don't matter. You get what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all. Again, this has been a Wave podcast. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir.